Cool, we're already up to $82 in contributions. We are more than halfway to the goal. Haven't even booted the game yet. It's a very good sign. Let's hit the goal on the stream. Let's get to 46 and keep the momentum going, right? Okay, so Ginge says here, I'm loving all of your upgrades. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to see so many good changes that you've implemented that seem to really boost the quality of the stream, like getting rid of the vests and hats that definitely got played out. Completely agree. And the new goal system is so much better. Everything is counting towards a new goal. And it's amazing how everyone now can feel included, not just people who are tipping via PayPal. Keep up the great work. You're killing it. Thank you. Yeah, again, this is all a completely interactive back and forth, working with all of you to make everything better, right? Just tipping is like, geez, if you're just tipping, only one way to contribute to count towards stuff is kind of silly. And that's how I was doing it over the summer. And now I kind of regret it. I'm like, man, if I had actually done it differently, who knows how things would have went. The streak might have still been continuing right now. If I had done it differently, right? But that's on me, having everything count makes sense, make everyone feel included, having every contribution count towards a goal. Who cares about a streak? I just care about, in general, people supporting the content, right? And now, look how quickly we're getting rewards. Basically, once a week we're getting a DSP Tries It. We're about to get a marathon, and we just started this new goal system at the end of December. So, it's pretty awesome, right? Remember, at 100, we're bringing back the idea of the viewer's choice event where you guys are going to nominate and vote for a game that we're going to try out as an actual playthrough. And if it succeeds in a couple of streams, then we're going to keep doing it, keep playing it, So, and this is awesome. We're actually bringing back stuff that we haven't done in so long. I really am enjoying myself. I think that this is a much better idea. And I really feel like all of you are enjoying it as well. From the feedback I'm getting, everyone says, yeah, this is way better than the streak idea. And let's also be honest, okay? The idea of the vests and the hats and the gunner glasses. It worked for a time, right? But the gimmick dies out. And it's like, well, how long are you going to do this gimmick? You're still putting on vests. You're still putting on a hat. You're still putting on glasses. And the funny part is that these things become kind of like memeable and kind of like things that people reference in both a positive but also a negative light. Like my detractors and other people, he dresses up on stream. I'm like, yeah, but it's, don't you get it? That it's just a silly thing I do. It's not like, that's not the gimmick of the stream, is that Phil dresses up for you. It's that Phil's putting out content you already like. And we hit a goal, well then I reward with this or this. But was it really that much of a reward? Like the vest streak worked because it was spontaneous. It was something that, out of nowhere, while doing a retrospective event, we saw an old video of me wearing this vest. Like, do I still have it? Yeah, here it is. I'll put it on. And then people wanted to see it as a gimmick, as a silly thing, and it resulted in months and months of support because of it, right? But after a while, it's like, okay, how long is this going to continue? And to be honest, my closet was filling up with vests and hats and things. It's like, we really need all of this crap, or can I just put out content that people like and we'll support the content? And then we could do things that are better than that. Like, I feel bringing back DSP Tries It, doing fun marathons, doing viewers' choice events and special milestones. That's more exciting and rewarding to the viewer than just seeing me put on a hat. You know what I mean? Actually making special content? No. As opposed to, oh, he dressed up today. So I agree with you. I was tired of the whole, dress up gimmick. But people wanted it for a long time. We found a way. We phased it out this last year. I think it's much for the better. I'm glad. Now, here's the thing. Maybe one day we will bring it back, right? Maybe one day just for fun. And that's the cool thing, is to have it come back for a special event or something is different. So let's see. I think that the feeling of specialness and, the meaning behind it was lost when it just became a commonplace thing. It's just like anything. If you do something every day, or it becomes a regular thing in your schedule, then it's not special anymore. And it kind of lost its meaning. Okay, so thank you, Jinx, so much for a $50 tip. He said, would you ever let some viewers join you in certain games like Black Ops 6? To be honest, I didn't really look into it. Okay, and the reason being, there wasn't a massive demand for me to do fan lobbies and stuff. The fan lobbies that I've tried over the last couple of years didn't really work that well. Like, Street Fighter 6 died within a couple attempts. Trolls always try to ruin the fan lobbies with bad behavior. Like, would you really want to be in a Black Ops 6 lobby where half the spots were taken up by trolls who just stand around teabagging me and each other and, blocking shots and being stupid? And that's what they tend to do. They're just morons. I wish that there was a way to really do it properly, but sadly, there's really not. They always, these people don't get that, like, no matter what they do, I'm still gonna be here making content, loving my life, and having a good time with all of you. They can't understand it. They actually think that, like, they have some kind of meaningful existence on this planet, when in reality they don't. Like, if we're all fucking fingers snapped off the planet today, it would be the same. In fact, it would probably be a better place because they're just toxic individuals trying to ruin the positivity and fun of people who want to be positive and fun rather than toxic, hateful, harmful individuals. So, I just don't get it. There's no point to anything they're doing, but they still try anyway. So I guarantee you the moment that I attempted to do something like that, to do a fan lobby of Call of Duty, they'd be all over it. They'd be trying to take up every spot. They'd be trying to ruin it for those who, for me, here's the thing. It's not a big deal for me to try to do like a fan lobby, but who I feel bad for is the viewers who really want it. Because imagine that I schedule it. I plan it. I get a bunch of people lined up to do it. We get set up, everyone's excited, and then half the people are trolls and they ruin it for the people who wanted to have it, and then it ends up being disappointing. Like, I still remember to this day, and this is over a decade ago, alright, I remember, Metal Gear Solid 5 and, a Battlefield game. They were both come out the same year, and I was doing my year-end, fan, what was it? What I used to call it back then, fan appreciation. Yeah, I had a week where I would do all fan appreciation lobbies. And like, I remember particularly those two games, people were really excited to team up with me, and both games were completely ruined by the trolls. And I was like, I don't want to do it anymore, because what's the point? I would much rather just have people realize that it's better to not have it than to have it be shitty. I would much rather not do something at all than just have it be subpar and annoying and a disappointment to everyone. And sadly, I say fan lobbies, but really what is viewer lobbies, sadly are just one of the things that ultimately the trolls can control. They have the ability to kind of ruin it for everyone. And that's why I've stayed away from them. By staying away from that, if you don't give those people opportunity to get attention, this makes everything better. You don't want it to bring back down your content and give people unreasonable expectations, and then it ends up sucking because of these idiots. So, that's why, to this day, I still don't do fan lobby stuff. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. If there really was massive demand for it, maybe one day I would look into it. But that's really why I just don't do it, because, some idiot is just standing in the background, waiting to jump onto the scene and try to pee on everyone's, beaties, as they say. There's losers who just cannot wait to try to spoil something for someone else, which is really dumb. Okay, guys, give me a second. Here we go. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so continuing on here. So by the way, I think I've covered everything I want to talk about on the show. FYI, the hot topic today is obviously year-end series start tonight, new wrestling commentary show on Tuesday morning, and marathon coming up later in the week when we hit 50 goals, and we're already on pace to hit a goal on this stream. So let's keep that going, okay? Jing says, I hate it when I go to look at your channel, to catch up on stuff that you're playing, but then it pops up, all the tractor nonsense instead, but they keep people obsessed with you for this long. You must be doing something right. Yeah, like here's the truth. I don't care anymore about what they did at all. They don't affect me in any way. They really don't. Like, I don't bring them up. I don't pay attention to what they're talking about. I don't entertain nonsense. When people try to bring their shit up on my streams, I'm like, I don't care. I'm so far above it at this point. I've got more than enough stuff to do. I've got so much content to put out there. Different games people want, different shows people want me involved in, that, I'm not, no lie. Just this week I was asked to be, on 2 completely different shows. Not my wrestling commentary show and not even Kino Casino. I was asked to be on 2 other shows. And I'm like, maybe, I'm thinking about it. So, I'm being pulled in a million directions. I'm cool. Why do I give a crap about a group of people who are trying to full-time detract me, And it is people that, did you know this guy's restreaming you? Yeah, I don't care. Let them do whatever they want. They're losers. They can have their own toxic communities, completely based on madness, unhinged cult-like thought. Anyone who has a brain goes over there, watches them for 10 seconds, is like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with these people? And then they move on. It's only these weird, very, very gullible, susceptible, weak-minded people who would even watch that kind of content. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would sit around watching someone who is obsessed with me all the time in a negative way. Well, who am I to even warrant having little flaws and things pointed out constantly on a daily basis? Who cares? I'm just a regular dude streaming and making content for you. That's it. What impact do I really have? So why would they obsess over me? Except they found a group of very weak-minded, very hyper-focused individuals who can't help themselves, then just have a mania. Because that's really what it is. It's actually insanity. It's a mania. Normal people would never act like that or feel like that. They have lives, they have jobs, they have friends, they have things going on for them that are just way more important than hyperfixating on one dude on the internet who puts out gameplay content and podcasts. You know what I mean? So, I don't care about anything they do. I completely ignore them. But let's be honest, who's really at fault here? YouTube. Because YouTube's algorithms are so weak and put together so poorly. The coders are so fucking book smart instead of street smart. They don't understand that having the way their search engine works literally only promotes toxicity. You will always have a piece of toxic negative content promoted on YouTube over a positive one. Always. And that's sad. They shouldn't have a website dedicated to toxicity and people monetizing toxicity. They should have a website that promotes the good of humanity, that tries to put forward productive and positive content, pushes it to the forefront, and then allows you to monetize it. Instead of, hey, here's 20 pieces of harmful, shameful, toxic content that hurts humanity, and let's monetize and make bank on it. Shame on them. They're a bunch of fucking immoral losers who run this fucking site. Really, the people who are in charge are immoral losers who only care about a buck rather than actually helping humanity. Because if they didn't want to help humanity, they'd actually push forward the good content. And they would take all these toxic scumbags and literally kick them off the site. But they don't care. They only care about the almighty dollar because they're greedy. And let's be honest, they're lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to actually put in the effort to find good content and promote it. They just want the algorithm to do everything for them. So, it's YouTube's fault that all that negative stuff is pushed forward, but I don't care. I work within the system. I'm still able to make a living and do what I love, and I'm going to keep pushing forward positively. I don't pay attention to their shit. But you're right. It's a shame that searching for Dark Side Filler DSP Gaming, you're going to get 400 stupid bullshit videos. And that's what I mean. They are bullshit at this point. There was one point where every video would be like WWE champions and shit like that. That boat has sailed. No one cares about that anymore. So now it's the most dumb, nitpicky, or really like schoolyard bullying kind of shit. Insulting my looks, my hairline. Oh, that microphone didn't work today. Dumb shit. Who cares? How is this front page news for anyone? I'm a nobody, making content, having a good time, and get a living doing it, not hurting anyone. I'm not bothering anyone. So why are you on my case? Because you found a way to monetize it. Because that's the bottom line. If one of these people didn't monetize it, they wouldn't do it. You know, this fucking idiot, like, duty streams. So, oh, I'm not about the money. Then he loses his monetization. He's so salty about it. And then it's like a big celebration when he gets it back. Well, that's because you're about the money. You get it, right? Like, you were always about the money. Everyone knows it. We're not stupid. You're a greedy scumbag. That's why you make content about me. It's not because you think there's meaning behind it, or it truly is entertaining an audience, or that, oh, you're proving a point about me, or, you know, you don't care. You're just doing it because you can monetize it on YouTube. That was always your end game. That's all of them. That's all they're trying to do is end game. They're just trying to make a buck by stealing and ripping me off. So I don't care. Like I said, maybe one day I'll hit the lotto, and all of a sudden I'm going to have a lot of free time. I could tell you right now, the first people who are going to get sued into oblivion, because everything they're doing is illegal. Every single fucking thing they're doing is illegal. And they would be sued into oblivion, but I just don't have the means or the time to do it. I'm too busy being, you know, a positive dude making good content for you guys every day. I don't waste time on that, you know, but they better just be very happy and very, very appreciative of what they've got, because one day it might just be completely taken away from them, because I have the right to do that if ever I so choose, and just don't feel like doing it right now.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.